Shalom Aleichem, Hebrew Torah 101. Today's video will be on the pronunciation of the name of the God of the Tanakh, Yod, Hey, Wav, Hey. Let's get it, let's go. Now, I know this may be a sensitive topic to talk about for some people, and that's completely fine. As a matter of fact, I completely understand it. So if it is, just don't watch the video, just skip right past it. But if you are interested and curious about what the pronunciation of this name or title may be, then come on with me. Now we need to talk about this name for a brief second, okay? This name here is actually not a Hebrew name. It's Aramaic. All right, and I'll show you that. All right, we're looking in the lexicon and we see the root Yahweh, okay? The aleph and the hay are interchangeable in Aramaic, so don't worry about that. But the verb literally means to come, to pass, become, or to be. The biblical Hebrew equivalent to this root would be Ha-Yah. So why would we use an Aramaic name for the name of a Hebrew God? What's the reasoning behind that? And that's a very good question. All right, so let's get into it. What we're looking at now is Exodus chapter 3, verse 14. We have Vayome Elohim el Moshe Ehyeh Asher Ehyeh. And God said to Moses, I will be what I will be. All right. Now, why can't we use Hayah for the name of God in the Hebrew text? If we were to take this aleph off, which is indicative of first person common singular, I, and we put a yo here, which is indicative of third person masculine singular, we would have Ehyeh, Ehyeh. All right. Now, the reason we can't use this verb here, this verb conjugation for the name of God in the Hebrew text, I'll say it again, we can't use this conjugation, this verb, for the name of God in the Hebrew text because it would cause too much confusion. Just look at this here. If we had this conjugation here for the name of God in text, you will have no choice but to say, okay, this is God's name here. You will have to. And that will cause too much confusion. Why would that cause too much confusion? Because now when we're reading the text, we can't determine if this is the name of God or if it's third person masculine singular, as in it shall be, something shall be. For an example, this verse in English says, and God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, on which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for food. So that's what we have here. It shall be, Ehyeh le'ochla. It shall be for food. Now, if this was the name of God in the Hebrew text, we would say God for food, as in we're eating God or something like that. So we have to make an alternative here. We have to change something in the Hebrew text for the name of God. So what they did was they went and got the Aramaic equivalent, which is Hawa. Okay, that's what we see here. They got the Aramaic equivalent, Hey, Wav, Hey, instead of using Hey, Yod, Hey. All right. See, when we see this conjugation, this spelling here, nobody's confused on if this is the name of God or a verb. We know for sure it's a proper name. So this verb here, when God introduced himself to Moses, when he says, Vayome Elohim el Moshe Ehyeh Asher Ehyeh, I will be what I will be. If we were to change this yod here to a wav and take the aleph off and put a yod there, we would have Yehuah, Yehuah, from Ehyeh to Yehuah. Now we're going to keep that same verb, that verb stem, which is a pa'al verb stem, a G stem, which is why we have this conjugation here as we see it. All right. And we're going to take that same verb pattern and that same verb stem, and we're going to apply it to Yohe Wafe. And that's how we get the pronunciation that we just, came up with. The thing about biblical Hebrew is gutturals, such as this hey, they normally do not take silent shawls. So what happens is, as this prefix wants to send a stress to this hey here, it rejects it and sends it back to the aleph, all right? Which is why we have a sego here, and we know this is not a silent shawa as it's presented to be. Now, when we come over to the Aramaic side of the text, which is we're in Daniel chapter 4 and verse 22, we notice something pretty weird about Daniel 4 and 22. All right. Usually, 100% of the time in biblical Aramaic, the lamed will indicate 2 or 4, the same as in biblical Hebrew, as a preposition lamed 2 or 4. Here, they completely take the yod out and place a lamed here. All right. This lamed is not supposed to be here. We know that because the verse reads, "And you shall be driven from men, and your dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field." Okay, so we're literally supposed to have a yod here. The same way we use a prefix yod, third person masculine singular in biblical Hebrew, is the same yod that we use for Aramaic, biblical Aramaic. So it's really supposed to be a yod here. But the authors, the people writing the text, they knew exactly if they left this yod here, we would have Yehweh, which would be the pronunciation of the name of God. So the same reason we don't use Yehweh for the name of God in the Hebrew text is the same reason we don't use Yehweh for the name of God in the Aramaic text. We actually use this word here, Ila'ah, okay, which means Most High God, okay? So that's what you have here in the translation, Most High rule. So why did they do this here? Again, because if you take this lamed away and you put a yod there, you will have an issue. We don't know if this is the name of God or something that shall be in the future. So to close the video is very simple. We can't use yod hey for the name of God in the Hebrew text because it causes too much confusion. And we can't use the name yod hey wav hey for the name of God in the Aramaic text because it causes confusion. So we have to substitute this root for this root in the Hebrew text. And in the Aramaic text, we just completely use another word, which would be Ila'ah or Elah for the name of God instead of yod hey wav hey. I hope that was kind of, quick and simple and easy to understand for the 10 minutes I had for this video. Got any more questions, just feel free to drop them in the comment section and we could talk about them, no problem. But shalom aleichem, by the Torah.